All right, hello, good afternoon. Welcome back, everyone. Here we are, day 4. Welcome to now sunny Laguna Beach Lawn Bowling Club in Laguna Beach, California. 520 plus members strong to the Bowls USA 2025 National Championships. The day 4. In the afternoon, we have a playoff for the National Championships, one-game playoff for the women's pairs title between the Southwest Stars team of Mary Spees and Trisha Quan and the South Central team of Dee McSparran and Kathy Slezer. All the other titles have been decided, and all teams were undefeated. The men's singles was won by Charlie Herbert, 7-0, and his 7th consecutive national singles title. Congratulations, Charlie. Women's singles, Ann Nunes also goes 7-0. Congratulations to Ann, retaining her title. Men's pairs, won by Ruz Adayi and Sadri Jazayeri. They also went 7-0. So 3 pretty incredible runs. Now between both of these teams here in front of us, Mary Spees, Trisha Quan went 6-1, and Dee and Kathy went 6-1. Mary and Trisha's only loss was to the team from the Southeast, and Dee and Kathy's only loss was to this team, the Southwest Stars. So this game will be 18 ends. There must be a winner, whereas in the round robin play, ties were going to stand. So there must be a winner, so if they are tied, they will play an extra end. But it also means that they don't necessarily have to play all the ends if it gets out of hand. So. And this has been the same team that's been bringing you this coverage throughout the week for the last 4 days. Got our producer, Gary Barnes. Cameraman Steve Nermontes. Also had assistance from Sheila Conti and Joe Nermontes with security setup teardown. And I've been your announcer, Scott Roberts. Got some nice comments and feedback from everybody. We hope you appreciate the coverage. I know we enjoy bringing it to you. I also thank the group that's been doing the end-by-end scoring. I see Howard Harris and John Billen are in the Bulls Development Fund tent, doing the end-by-end scoring, and they're going to continue with the end-by-end scoring here as well. The ladies are just finishing up it's the second trial end, second of 2 trial ends. And the leads are just finishing up their last couple bowls. Then we'll be getting started with the match.
It's not very well organized. Yeah, I never get an invitation because I'm an originator. Here we are.
Should point out Gary Barnes just created these little background images. He's very proud of this one with the sunset and the palm tree. Isn't that pretty? It looks very nice. You give me the eyes. Don't give me the eyes. It's very nice. It looks very nice. Well, the trials are coming in. We still have some. The ladies were okay with we've been kind of keeping players or spectators off of the center divider here, but they were okay with people coming in this time. So now the crowds are starting to come around to watch this one, especially with this being the one and only playoff game. And there was scenarios where it looked like it was possible for the men's pairs especially, was looking like it was possible that there was going to be maybe a couple of trials or a couple of playoffs. But instead it's just going to be just this one. So I think the See, the skips are just kind of rolling their first one or two. We'll fix our scoreboard and everything as well. I think Gary's just shifting everything around as we're getting ready.
No, it's already been fixed once.
So the greens have been heard nothing but good things about the greens all week long. I know that Randy Hatfield and his team here at Laguna Beach have been working on it for months to get them ready for this particular event. And it's probably a good time to note that the 2026 National Championships will be returning here to Laguna Beach, California. The largest club in the Western Hemisphere. And they've done, well, I'm a member here, so I could say we, they, us have been pretty gracious hosts. I've heard nothing but good things.
We got McSparran, player one. No, I've got it. It's for some reason it's when I go to this.
We've been fighting the ants, the elements, gremlins.
Turn this on, and I have the old game. It won't.
Is it because Ecam has the wrong URL? For
No.
All right, the trials are done. The handshakes and good wishes has been had, and now we're about ready to have the first bowl.
Try changing the score to see if that'll force it to refresh.
Gary's tweaking on the scoreboard, so that'll be happening shortly. So, all right, so the South Central team and Kathy Selzler with the jack. They pulled the mat up a few yards. We have about a medium-ish jack length. And here's the first bowl. Kathy's got these pink bowls here. A little heavy with the first one. Probably a good 4 yards through here. All right. Kind of be nice to get up on top early. Get the first bowl in. There's Trisha Quan. Nice opener there. Only about 4 feet through. All right, Kathy second. And pretty decent adjustment. Just about 3 yards through, 3 yards off that time rather. She's about 4 or 5 feet. Trisha probably wanted to drop a yard. That'd be a pretty good bowl. Should be right behind the jack if she manages that. Good weight, just a couple Maybe a foot at most through. Still plenty of room to draw though for Kathy. Yeah, still a little heavy there. All right, Trisha doesn't want to change too much from the last one. It was pretty good there. Two pretty solid bowls here.
Just took out their names and put them back in again. And the one I always use, they can never connect to. Who knows?
Yeah, another good bowl in the head there. I mean, most a foot short. Kind of got it surrounded. Kathy really needs to get one in here. I think she's going to switch over. But the main problem has been just the weight. She needs to take at least a yard off, probably more like 4 feet. Yeah, still kind of blazing it a bit, but that was much better. Much better there. So let's cut it to 2. Just a pretty good weight control after that first one behind, and then 2 really good. Wants to try and match that. Just kind of be right between those 2 bowls. Can she get it all the way through? Just a little short, but again, pretty solid start there from Trisha Quan. I like that she got that one first back, and then just kind of, then she could take the weight off. And Dee McSparran's first bowl in the match. Not a bad opener there. Not sure she cut it down, but kind of good that she wanted to be up and into the head. It's good. Mary will probably just try and slide inside. Stick on the forehand and try and slide. Either get to these 2 bowls here. Just come right around in here would probably be a good home there. Ooh, a little heavy. Oh, got a little piece of the jack on the way through. A little flyby action. Dee's just going to make a line adjustment here. I think she just wants kind of like a jack or bowl shot here. Trying to finish over here. Just maybe a little heavy there. Didn't give it a chance to turn. Mary's going to do. I could see her just kind of trying to draw and kind of drag it around here. Pretty close bowl here. Just a little touch on the jack would be good. Yeah, that's not a bad spot there. Definitely holding 2. Might be 4. Can't quite tell with the angle. All right, Dee needs to get one in here. Just slipping her around the gray here. Giving it a good look. Oh, God, just another shave on the jack. Probably getting closer to being 4 now. She's kind of pushing it to those other 2 here. See what Mary does. She thinks she just kind of stick to the same thing. Even just something, just coming in here would be pretty good there. But, oh, she decided to switch over. And the same kind of thing to get to here. She can push into here. The main thing is she just doesn't want to be too crazy with the weight. Not a bad home. In case Dee gets frisky and wants to drive at it, but probably a little heavier than Mary wanted. Interesting to see what Dee tries. Just going to go with the forehand. She does have this. Even if she just beat this this bowl or this bowl would be pretty good. I mean, cut it down. It needs to sit a little. Oh, still a little heavy. It could be 4 pretty easily. Really don't want any kind of jack movement here.
What's this?
I think Mary was asking what's their closest bowl, and it looks like it's this one. So that's the one she's just trying to beat. So anything to just get inside this bowl here would be good.
73 dB.
Just nice and easy. Don't have a lot of weight here. So you can make sure you can get that extra one. No, she hit that bowl in the back. I don't think she got it. Let's see. Looks like 4, but I'm going to get a towel out and start pulling bowls out, unless they're just saying it. 4 it is. Heck of a start for the Southwest team. Just the South Central team just a little too heavy on almost all their bowls. So it's a pretty strong start for the Southwest. 4-0. So what we have been seeing, we just did the broadcast earlier with the Southwest Stars, and they were keeping the mat, just maybe at most half a mat up, and then going pretty close to the tee, and they were just crushing that distance. I expect more of the same here. After losing the first 3 ends, they won 15 in a row to win that match, 38-5, or the Northwest team of Luck and Vincent Tolentino. And that's what they've done here with this length. So I think at the very least they'll start with it. See Tricia again be all the way through. Just finished like a couple feet behind. It'd be great. This looks like a really good start by Tricia Quan here. Really nice bowl there. Okay. Everything but a toucher. See, Kathy's going to, if it's going to cause her to switch hands or if she's going to stick with it. She's just going to stick with the forehand and just try and make sure she can get up and arrive to it. Really wants to make sure she's behind and through. She's come up a couple yards short. Know what you want, especially with like a front toucher position. The jack is just not going to go that direction. It's going to go behind, if anything. So Tricia really wants to have something behind. Would be ideal. No shorter than her first one. Yeah, she's a couple yards short. Just seems to be a common thing. It's just like you put one bowl in jack and then you're just like, I don't want to break it. I'm like right next to it. I don't want to move it, when you're better off getting the position. And even if you move it, at least you're the one that moved it and you can control how far you move it. All right, Kathy's going to switch over. See if you can dislodge this jack. Better weight there by Kathy. Mary's just strongly encouraging her to add the 3 yards. Well, she's definitely behind this time, and that's good. Kathy's had good weight last time, just needs a little more grass. Down 2 now. Just wants to kind of play through that head. And just kind of struggling a little bit with the line so far. You can see where Mary's trying to get her to set up to make sure she gets something behind. I think her weight was maybe a yard heavy at most last time since she got hit that pink bowl of Kathy's. Just wants to float it right around the bowl and the jack here. I think it's just going to come up a yard short, maybe 5 feet short. It'd just be so much more valuable to have something behind here. Because Kathy's going to be coming through here, and if you had a bull here, then you'd have a catcher. As it is, they're a little vulnerable. You know, that's one way to get a second. Just a little narrow, but got a fortunate little bounce off of it. And they'll cross over. I'm just not sure if this bull is in D's way. D could always just come through underneath it to get to the target. She's got no fear of doing that. I think they really need something. So the Southwest team really needs something behind. See which hand Mary decides to play. Looks like she's going to play forehand here. Try and come around. Maybe even push this bull in.
Wow.
She's well short too. Well short. Yeah, Dee's going to try this shot here. See if she can push that up or get to the jack or bull here. Yeah, rate's pretty good on for the draw there.
If he kisses your bull, where's the jack gonna go?
And Mary's asking where she thinks the jack's going to go if there's contact, and I kind of tend to think it's probably going to come over here. So Mary's probably going to try and come around here. They definitely need something behind. She's a little narrow. And we've got away with it. Friendly rub off that front one of Kathy's. So holding 2 now, the Southwest, but it's the downside is it kind of moved this one out of the way and give a bigger target for D to come through with some weight underneath.
See if you can lower the exposure on this one.
D gets that bull of Kathy's, pushes it up. Oof. Cut it to 1. Nearly made it all the way. It was kind of a 3-way shot. She could hit that bull on 4-way because she hit either one of those 3 bulls, any of those, or the jack. And she happened to hit her own bull fairly solid, put it right in for second. Nearly got shot out of it. She's got to be a little careful here, but she can still go for the position and come behind. She's well short again. Dee's got a solid second. She'd rather not lose it, but she could just play the same kind of shot a little tighter, either come off this ball, hit this ball out, or get to the jack, and she's got a little honeypot back in here that's forming. Not too far away here, really close. Right on through. What a shot by D. McSparran. Well done there. Beautiful. Absolutely on the button. And again, you see just kind of the lack of the back bowls here. The Southwest team had nothing in this area. So it's 2 right now for the South Central team. Mary Speece has got 1 bowl left. And she could, there's a tough draw to get around, or she could promote this bowl in. Trying to make the corner. I don't think it's going to quite get there. If anything, now Dee's got a bowl that she could try and come off of.
What do you recommend over here?
Yeah, so Dee's going to try and just get a third, just trying to draw underneath this bowl here. Hell of a shot with her third there. Is going to make it in? Oh, don't. Maybe. but not quite. So 2 it is. So the South Central gets on the board. They can half the lead from now it's 4-2. Southwest leading, playing 18 ends. There must be a winner for the 2024 Bulls USA National Championship in women's pairs.
See if you can adjust the exposure.
See what the South Central does with the mat, if they're doing anything different. It seems like what it appears is that both teams kind of have their plan. You'll see the Southwest is probably tending to seem to go long, and the South Central has been kind of going a little more medium long.
Can't connect to any of the cameras. I'm trying to bring the exposure down to be the same for everybody. Sorry.
I mean, it's really not that much of a difference between what they've been playing. What each team has been favoring anyways, but all right, here we go. Kathy's up, first bowl. And not a bad start, a couple yards through, but good line. Here's Trisha. Looks pretty good. Looks really good. That's brilliant. Great ball by Trisha Quan. It is interesting because I think this is a little more than natural length for Trisha to just. She seems to struggle just a bit when it's like tee to tee or like a yard or two short of the tee. But when she's in this lane, she's like 3 or 4 yards short. Man, she just seems really deadly. I want to see if Kathy can get one in here. It's not far away here. Really good effort.
Stay with it. She's
Good bull there.
that same hole you just rolled, it'll push her through.
I think Kathy took shot. Looks like they're close, but Kathy's pretty much jack high there, so. Trisha's going to play through that bull or the jack. Most of the same thing. No shorter, that's for sure. That's what it should be, the plan. Close again. Look at this bull. What a shot. 3 great bowls by the ladies.
Just drawn right here.
See if Kathy can match her. I think she kind of missed the line this time.
I like the exposure.
Again. Right into the pocket. Great weight.
And Mary's just encouraging Trisha, just do it again. She's had 2 stunners. See if it's going to make it all the way here. And it's not bad. Just a touch heavier, but that's okay. Gives them pretty good position there.
Perfect.
All right, Kathy's fourth here, down 2. Yeah, pretty good ball by Kathy. Nearly got it all the way out.
Anywhere in between that.
She's trying to come underneath here. Just a little heavy. That's okay. Keeps it honest in the back. Always a good idea when you're playing against D. So the Southwest rather is probably holding 1. Trying to get an eyeball. It's, let's say, one and a look. I'm just not sure between that, between this second bowl or this bowl based on the angle. I'm just not sure which one it is. Now Dee's looking forehand to see if she can come to these bowls or get to the jack and pull it over here. Yeah, not bad. That was a decent line for a draw. She's got options as what she wants to do. I assume Mary is probably going to want to do what she called for Tricia and just skirt these pink bowls here. Maybe hit the inside half of them and finish back in here. And just a little short, but interesting place where it finished. It might be in Dee's way. Dee might have to come with a lot more weight. She's going to have to navigate that gray bowl in front now. And you can see she's trying to get a fair amount of weight there. Because she wants to make sure that she's trying to hit this jack either to get it back here in the back or to get it over here with these bulls. So with the weight, or just hit the two white bulls and have them go out. The Marion wants to add probably a couple yards to get just behind in here. Yeah, that's well done there, Mary Spees with a great bowl. She had the weight, was just a little narrow for what I was talking about, and it just took the jack away. Does make it for an interesting shot for Dee. Dee's probably going to just attack those bulls now. She does have a couple over on this quadrant over here that she can knock the jack to. Just missed. Gives her another one in the target area though. So that jack is almost assuredly going in this direction. And there's 4 bulls for the south central and 1 bull for the southwest in that area. But Mary's just going to try and draw another, I think. Yeah, really well done there by Mary Spees. Really great bull. Make the target just a little bit bigger, but holding 4. Dee's got her last here. Really needs to hit the target. Oh, she got the last bull and hit it, so she cut it to 2. Pretty good bull there. She would have hit that gray one that Jack might have sprung before they could have gotten a couple. Right, Mary just wants the same bull. Doesn't really need to do anything frisky. It's kind of risky to try and force this bull out, so she's better off just trying to land on it. That kind of weight would probably be pretty safe all the way around. Just going to be a little high. All right, so it should be 2 more for the southwest. It is. So the southwest gets 2 more, goes to 6-2 after 3 ends. Playing 18. All right, hope you all are enjoying the coverage. I think there's the award celebration is going to be tonight, so a lot of the players have Not to mention there was a fine barbecue put on by the folks here at Laguna Beach, which people have been enjoying. So I think a lot of the players are still have still stuck around to watch this match. Yeah, so you have the interesting choice here. Now Southwest has decided to play kind of very similar length to what the South Central is doing. See if they can keep up just kind of pounding the head and pounding the jack and getting a lot of bowls in. Trisha is pretty exceptional in that last end. Yeah, there it is. Another really, really nice start by Trisha. Just really seems to help her free things up. I think it just seems like a more natural stroke for her. It just seems to be able to do it nearly at will at this length. All right, here's Kathy. Still got a jacker bowl, still wants to be positive. Come on up and through. Pretty good effort here by Kathy. Just a touch short. Yeah. Trisha just really should just not worry about that front pink bowl and just keep coming around, just trying to do the same thing. Yeah, a little short there. Again, just no need to be afraid of it. Just even if you hit that bowl, just if you have good draw weight, it's not going to go too far. There's nothing really to worry about. So again, with Kathy having second shots, you can freewheel it, and just even if she's a couple yards through is okay. Just trying to either promote her own or push that back bowl through. Yeah, this is really well done by Kathy. That's a nice bowl there. And Mary's asking her to play it through, but be positive here, because you got this one just in front and that one a couple feet through. You could just play with weight through it. Hit either one of those bowls or the jack back. Yeah, that was pretty decent weight there. Just hung it out a little bit from the target. It was more on the draw as opposed to coming through there. Let's see what Kathy probably just gonna do the same thing. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad to come to these two bowls and add a little weight. I mean, add maybe a yard from her last and either push one of these in or come into there. Yeah, here she comes. This looks really good. That's really nice by Kathy. Great bowl there. Really good. Now it should be probably 3. Interesting that Mary's saying to come the other way and try and, she wants to kind of pick clean here and coming back with this kind of weight and come all the way around with a jack as opposed to trying to do this again. Main thing is Trisha really needs to make sure she gets it all the way through. Trying hard here. Trying hard. Oh, she got it. Oh, great shot. Great shot, but still didn't get it. But definitely much better now. Much better position. They're down 1 somehow. But now they've got it surrounded by 3 bowls. It'd be interesting to see what I think Dee just wants her to just kind of come to her own, but there's a case to be made for coming all the way around. I could see either one coming around or just getting a second into the pile there. Kind of depends on how it's wedged in with the jack. Yeah, Kathy's a little short here. So they'll cross over with Southwest team down 1 and up on the mat, but they have pretty good position here. Be interesting to see what Mary wants to try here. You could see her. I mean, it's kind of set up for, hitting this pink ball, and then all the white ones might go away. So that might even be what Dee's thinking. It's just an interesting head. I think just kind of jostling it is probably a good idea for Mary, because it's just so close to everything else. And it looks like, yeah, there's more kind of like on the draw there. Dee's got an interesting choice too. I think it wouldn't shock me if she just kind of came around to the back, because they're really in trouble back in here. They don't really have anything. Yeah, just kind of a little one behind in the area.
Just figured out how to do instant replay.
Oh, really? I don't think.
Mary's going to stick with the forehand, but a little more. You got to make sure you make contact with this. It doesn't have to be a lot of contact, but.
Gonna try it later? You ready for prime time with this?
It's a little narrow. I just kind of got wrecked in front there. I think Dee, with the head set up, she'd probably be pretty happy with one here. She might try and... It's an interesting thing that could happen based on... I mean, a lot of it is it's difficult to see where the jack is, but there's a chance this jack could get pinched and come back up here to this other pink ball. She's a little narrow, too. Mary's going to try again. Just, definitely needs to arrive and dislodge it. It's going to be hard for it to be two away. But it is possible. Just kind of narrow again. It's kind of a strange situation with the head, because Dee doesn't really want to move it because she's got one and kind of barely holding one. And there's a chance for it to go down two, so Mary doesn't want to dislodge it too much.
Use it as an input.
And use it as an input.
All right, Dee's got one in the back now, as well as on the side.
Or you could even pause it and back
All
it up.
right,
Yeah.
should be Mary's last one now. She hasn't gotten to the head yet. All right, away it goes.
There she goes.
Oh, wow. Don't know if she got it or not, but she hit the target. Yep, she did. Got it down to one.
He's gonna fire it.
All right, he's coming in with a little weight. Gonna need to jostle some more around. Didn't really get anything, so should just be up. One for nice ball, nice conversion again. Gently done by Mary Spees. Takes a 7-2 lead for the Southwest team after 4. Surgical precision there. Daintily done. Because you didn't want to come too heavy with it. That could have easily gone sideways. Sorry, I need to wet my whistle there. Playing with pain here. All right.
This is where the umbrella comes into play.
Kind of got another good bowl there by Trisha. Again, kind of more on the longer side this time, but she still was undeterred and got it right through.
There you go.
Only a foot through.
That was good before.
I think Kathy was very heavy and kind of went all the way in the ditch with that one. All right, there's Trisha. Just again, I like this, nice and positive. Yeah, that's well done, Trisha. There you go, good bowl there. Playing it through the head, kind of tucking it away for 2. Kathy wants to try and match that bowl. Oh, good effort there. Probably cut it to 1. Only it could be 2. Hard to say. Don't have a great angle. A solid ball by Kathy, but and it's going to cause Trisha to switch over. Ooh, now it fell in. Now it probably is 1. Kathy's ball just kind of took the extra little half roll over. Right, Trisha's trying to come and switch on the other hand. She's been doing a majority of her bowling on the clubhouse hand as opposed to the ditch hand. A little unlucky there. She got a decent position out of it in the back, but it's just a touch too heavy. And Kathy, I think, is going to stick with the clubhouse hand and try and press on her own bowl. Good weight, just kind of missed the line a little bit.
One up in there. You got this. This bowl's a bowl behind. Yeah.
Trish again's got a couple seconds, so she can afford to freewheel this now. Just hoping to hit the bowl or the jack. Jack would be great because they tuck it in for 4, I think.
Wider than that.
Yeah, I think she just kind of missed the line here. Just a little narrow.
This is your jack right here. Draw it.
And then Kathy one more time. And Dee was saying make this your jack right here. Just kind of draw one in here. Yeah, pretty good spot there by Kathy. Just about what the Dr. D ordered. Be interesting to see what Mary tries here. I mean, this bull, you could try this hand and come around it. I mean, even if you hit this bull closer, it's still the shot. So you don't really have to worry about it if you really like that hand. Or you could always come back on this hand if you want to. Let's see what she does. Yep, she's lining up for this way. Nice shot there. Don't know if she necessarily took it away. Kathy's having a look to see. Yeah, definitely won the white ball. So this is the shot now. Again, it doesn't look like it, but it's just kind of the angles. So, good bowl. Good ball by Mary. Yeah, just a little off by D. I think D is just, with these two catchers here, she just really wants to kind of hit this jack and put it over in this area. Mary probably should be working on this bowl, trying to get and keep that from happening. He's just a little. Is he going to make it all the way there? Just behind. It fell in the ditch there, just too heavy. It's still on for D. Even if she goes a little high and hits this bowl, is okay. The inside half of that bowl is okay. Is it going to make it all the way? Oh, pretty good effort. Just fell the wrong way. Might have been interesting if it had fallen this way. I think it's still 2. Nope, 1, she says. That makes, because now we get a little bit of danger both ways. Don't want to hit this one, and you're worried about the catch here. Mary's going to come on this direction. Hopefully, I wonder if she's going to work on this bowl and try and stay high, or intentionally come narrow to here. Just a little short here. She might have been in between and not really knowing what to do. These giving it a think here.
You can come in this way. Any kind like a foot movement back will give us 2 or 3. This way. Here's the jack right here.
All right, D is gonna. Kathy's kind of giving her eyeball. I think they're kind of staring into the sun a little bit, so they're having a little trouble seeing. Nice try by D here. Oh, right between. Good effort there by D. All right, here's Mary. Doesn't want to give it away. But would love to get another one in. It's looking pretty good here. Don't know if she made it. And she might have left an elbow. They're taking a quick look at this. So these are all the friendlies for South Central. And the bad guys. So I think she's probably, again, probably on this hand coming this way. And if she can hit the jack and get it to these, that would be great. And she's got a little helper now. So if she comes off this bowl, the inside of this bowl, it'll shoot it in this direction. And if she gets the jack, it'll put it right here for 3. Not to mention, put this out in case she hits it square. Something for the other hand. Interesting. I wonder if she's just trying to push this in or come off this bowl in this way. Yep, look at that. She did both of those things on that hand. She must have liked that being able to have those bowls. Should be 2 for the South Central. We'll see if it's anything different than that. Still getting the count out of it. So Dee had that bowl there for her and then away, and she came off and hit kind of both of them. Came off of this one into that one. That one went away. That ball went in, and then off the ricochet, her other one went in for 2. At least I believe it to be 2. It is 2. So 4 now for the South Central team. So it's 7-4 after 5. Great shot by Dee McSparran. Nice conversion and creative thinking as well. She had tried 3 on the other hand, and it was still there for her to make a 3. But I think she saw that she could make it and have a bigger target to try and get those 2 bowls, that she hit it absolutely perfectly from the way she wanted. Hitting that front one, pushing it in, and then the ricochet have her own delivered bowl hit the second shot away, and then it came off the inside and rolled in. So that was creatively done. All right. Let's see if they do anything different from the mat. I'm just kind of pulling it up a little bit more, but still kind of hugging that same distance of the jack length. Look at the final 3 or 4 meters here. Right. Kathy's first bowl, not too bad. Maybe at most a yard behind. That's where Tricia really should be, just trying to do something similar to that. Kathy's first bowl, not too bad for the first one. Maybe at most a yard behind. Coming all the way up to it though, just a couple feet short. That's where Tricia really should be, just trying to do something similar to that. Kathy's first bowl, not too bad for the first one. Maybe at most a yard behind. Coming all the way up to it though, just a couple feet short around here. Just a little heavy, a couple yards through. Good line though. That's where Tricia really should be, just trying to do something similar to that. Very much first bowl, not too bad for the first one. Maybe at most a yard behind. All the way up to it though. Very rarely that she's been playing the ditch hand short around here. Just a little heavy, a couple yards through. Good line though. Make it on the way. That's where Tricia really should be. Just trying to do something similar to that. Very much first bowl. Not too bad here. Maybe at most a yard behind. All the way up to it though. Very rarely that she's been playing the ditch hand short around here. Just a little heavy, a couple yards through. Good line though. Make it on the way. That's where Tricia really should be. Just yeah, good ball by Kathy there. Nice adjustment to get shot. She saw that, again, Tricia really needs to kind of add at least 2 feet, or preferably a yard, to just get all the way around, right behind the jack. Comes off this bowl, holding the inside of this bowl, it'll shoot it in this direction. And if she gets the jack, it'll put it right here for 3. Or if she's just trying to push this in or come off this bull in this way. Yep, look at that. She did both of those things on that hand. She must have liked that, being able to have those.
Kathy again just wants to
direction.
try and beat her
If she
own.
gets
That's
the
it.
jack, it'll put it right here for 3.
Ooh, just a little. Yeah, there's
Not to
nice.
mention, put
That's
this
okay.
out
Nothing
in
wrong with
case she hits
that.
it square.
Gonna put her in a good position. Well, then probably 3 now. Patricia kind of put one a little too far. Now she just kind of has to in between the last 2 weights, get right to like Mary's foot is, and she's got even a little backstop. She can afford to go through it. Something for the other hand. Interesting. I wonder if she's just trying to push this in or come off this ball in this way. Almost. Kept on the green, which is good. But at least 2 right now for South Central, possibly 3. All right. As D's going to be on the forehand, pretty wide open for her. She can even do a little tuck with the jack and just kind of pull it around to her other bulls. All right, a little short here. Don't know if she was attending. I don't think she's really in Mary's way. Mary really probably wants to, should be easily around this, I would think. And just trying to come to this bull here. Even if she's a little high, she gets to here, a little narrow, or maybe she picks up the jack. Any of those will get her shot. Or at the very least, cut it down to 1. Okay, let's see what Mary's got here. Trying to come all the way around. Nice effort there. Not too bad. Something for the other hand. Interesting. I wonder if she's just trying to push this in or come off this ball in this way. Just kind of coming around her own. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, just kind of freezes it. She did both of those things on that hand. 3. She must have liked that. Well. Being able to have those bowls. Should be 2 for the South Central. Bull that was kind of protecting it from going all the way back. Than that. Interesting to see what it is that. See what Mary does here. She still could try that draw and just make the slightest change, or she just could come barreling at this. Yeah, here comes the weight here. Because she's got the back and a pretty wide target, so she's going to try and hit this. Yeah, she got it. Just didn't move the jack. She hit that ball out. Pretty unlucky. It was a pretty good weighty shot. Kind of hit her own. Still getting the count out of it. So D had that bowl there. It was a good hit, but just didn't get for her and then away, and she came off and hit kind of both of them. Now they lost their this one into that one. Might be 5 down away. Now. That ball went in, and then off the ricochet, her at least 3, I think. D trying again, kind of hit her own in front. See what Mary does here. Mary probably needs to get the Iggy as to what the score is right now. She's gonna have a little chat. This might be a time to just try and make sure that you cut it down. Depends how she's feeling. I mean, if she could hit it on the button, that'd be good. So it's she could just try and draw under or around this bull. Maybe she gets in, but hopefully anything that beats gets in this circle here. We'll cut it to 2, so that would be pretty good. She could also try and come with weight. And she's got pretty good position in the back. Yep, she's coming with weight on the backhand. Just kind of missed the gap. I think she was trying to shoot this one with like an overdraw. So Dee's got one more, and kind of a free draw here, which is kind of the downside. So it's a free throw for Dee McSparran here.
Not a pretty sight.
Let's see if Dee can get another one in here. Yeah, well done there by Dee McSparran. All right, one more shot for Mary. Now that circle's a little tired trying to beat this to cut it to 3. So I think she's now given up on the weighted shot and is just going to try a forehand draw here. And she thinks she's too heavy. Just missed. She's hoping to hit that one in the back. Didn't quite do it. All right. Well, this could be a big handful for the South Central team. They might have 5 or more out of this. We'll see. They're going to get the towel out and get the counting going. 3 already. Six. Wow. Huge end. Huge end for the South Central, and just leapfrogs them, going from 7-4 down to 10-7. So we got a question. So now that we're a third of the way through the match, we'll try and reset everything. So we do a round robin of 7 games, and after the round robin, both the Southwest Stars team of Mary Spees and Tricia Quan and the South Central team of Dee McSparran and Kathy Slezer were both 6-1. So because they were tied, we have a playoff to determine who's going to be the champion. So that is why we have a playoff going here. And they're playing 18 ends. And there must be a winner, as opposed to in the round robin where ties stood. So 7-2 lead is quickly evaporated and has now become a 10-7 deficit for the Southwest. South Central up by 3. South Central going a little longer here. Glad that held, Kitty. Thanks for watching in Melbourne. All right. Kathy Slezer's first. And kind of going kind of long, pretty near the, I think we're pretty near the 2 meter mark here. Yeah. I think Kathy overcooked that one and put it in the ditch, so Tricia's first now. This is the distance they've been playing a lot of. Yeah. like her playing through, because that could always happen. If you're playing through, you can always get the chance of picking up the jack on the way through, and that's what Tricia did there. Now she's very close, and not a lot of breathing room for Kathy. The main thing is just trying. Got a couple options. She could play it through and just kind of match her and try and come all the way through, but she might be better served for just make sure she keeps one in play and has a solid second here. But she's put that one in the ditch as well, because that's the downside if you attack this head with it being so close to the ditch, and you just be a couple feet over and now you're in, and it doesn't count for anything. Tricia, I mean, this is kind of a situation where it's like, you know what, I'm okay if you're a little short here, just because the main thing is just such a small room for error to get it in the ditch. You don't want that to happen. Really nicely done by Tricia. Those are two really good bowls. Makes the target a little bit bigger for Kathy. She could just sit on that most recently delivered bowl. Trying to get it to stop here. Hope a third one in. Very easy to do. Let's see if Tricia's got another stunning shot up her sleeve here. Trying hard again. This is not going to be far away. Just too much. Yeah, unfortunately that goes all the way in. Just a little heavy. And D just wants to try and get one in play here, so saying, hey, just draw the tee, that'll be here. Probably be good enough for second. Or if nothing else, it'll give D something to work off of. Might stay up. Couldn't quite see. No. I think she's got another one in the ditch, so they're collecting back there like baseball cards or stamps. All right, here's Trish again. Really just wants to keep it on the dance floor here. I think she might be going in as well. Okay, wow. There's something you don't see every day. Only two bulls in play, or the two bulls in the there you see, and the other six are in the ditch and out of play. And one of those bulls is a toucher. That the shortest one is this one's a toucher. So if that gets pushed into the ditch, it's still a counter. It won't get removed like those last 6 bulls that we saw. All right, here's D. I mean, she's kind of a little lucky to only be 2 down, considering she doesn't have a bull in the green here. Pretty good effort here. Really good bull here. Oh, nearly pushed all the way through, but cut it to 1. It's a pretty good shot. And Trisha's even checking to see if it's a measure. I kind of like the Southwest bowl. See, Mary, probably, let's see what she's going to do. She'll probably just play whichever hand she kind of likes. Concern is she doesn't want to move that one up. Yeah, I think she'd be wanting to come forehand here. Just kind of shoot this gap gently, if you can help it, keep it in play. Try not to hit the orange one. Oof. She hit the back white one, so she stayed up. He's asking Kathy whether they're hold or not, so we'll get an answer, at least as far as Kathy's concerned.
I might pass for one. It's close, but I think it's us.
See, Dee's going to play that hand. I think she's probably going to play through the bowl. She wants to focus on the bowl. She really doesn't want Jack moving her to move her own. All right, here she comes. Pretty good here. Just a little touch on hers is good too. Oh, look at that slide. Oh man, what a bowl. Don't know if she pushed it closer or further away her own, but it was a pretty good shot. All right, Trish is pretty sure they're down one. And a measure on the second. So with that being the case, didn't really have to worry about any kind of action. It's going to be hard to get worse than the two it looks like. So she'd probably be nice and positive. She can work off her own bowl. Ideally, I think she'd want to drag the Jack through this pile here, because she's got both of those waiting. Yeah, she's not being short with this one. Just missed. Well, 2 bowls left for the ladies. I think Dee's there. Dee might, yeah, I think she's switching over here. It wouldn't shock me if she just tried to put one here. That would be okay. I mean, she could try that coming this way, but I don't know if that's what she's thinking. I think she might be just trying to cover those 2 bowls on the side. She just put it in the ditch. All right, Mary's going to try it again, her third. I think her really ideal thing is, again, that drawing through and just, even if she comes and hits the orange is okay. Either one, it's Jack or either of those bowls would be good. Yeah, she doesn't like it. I think she's probably narrow. Yep. All right, back to D now. Again, I think she's just trying to probably just cover those 2. I mean, she could just take the 1 in the measure. I mean, it's 1 or 2 and go home. And another one in the area. I'd have to keep Mary honest, because now she's got a chance of pushing that one in. Mary's like, I don't know what to do. I think she really should just be thinking to draw. I mean, if you're feeling that frustrated about things, when in doubt, just draw. Just wants to slip under the orange here. She's trying really hard. Off the white and through. Got it. Great shot there. Don't know if she managed to get shot out of it. It's pretty close. At the very least, it's not 1 in a measure. This probably is a measure, or she's 1 down. And I think the important thing is that she executed what she was trying. Yes, looks like it's still 1 for. All right, good bowl there. Good bowl there at the end by Mary, but just not enough. Too much D. So D in the South Central team goes up 11-7 after 7. And that 7 ends done out of the 18 scheduled to play. There must be a winner in this National Championship 2025 for Bowls USA women's pairs. Right. So kind of a little bit more of a medium length for the South Central. Maybe we've had enough of the long and near the tee for both teams, since there was quite a few in the ditch there. All right. Kathy's first bowl looks kind of heavy there. All right, here's Trisha's first. Playing pretty well on the hole here. See how how she does with this. If it gets another bowl, solid bowl in the head. Yeah, just a couple of feet short there. But still holding. Pretty good effort.
Thank you.
Pretty good effort, and probably just jack low, I think. Sort of it's going to send Trisha to the other hand. Yep, she's going to play the ditch hand here, her backhand on this going instruction. Just trying to slide it in, maybe add a couple feet, work on her own. Inside out the bowl of Kathy's. Yeah, just short. Kathy's going to try again, try and get a little more grass. She's got that ball in front that she could use if she hits the right side of it. And again, just kind of cutting across. You're going to try again here. Really just needs to especially get the pace down. Yeah, just again, just well too short. Way too short there. I'm going to use Kathy again. Trying to come around the corner here. Pretty good effort here, trying really hard. She's going to clear it. Oh, just a touch short. Nice try. So Trisha can add the 5 feet here that she needs. Just slipping the pink. Now she's going to hit it square. Knock it right in. Well, unfortunate. So it's probably definitely a South Central holding. It's either 1 or 2. Okay, so here's D, trying to come all the way around here. And just a little short there. Interesting to see what Mary tries here. Might be, that one might be in her way. There's a lot of junk on the Okay, I think she's still going to stick on the backhand here. Or if she's going to try and promote her own, draw all the way around. Nice try. Might have pushed that one out, so could have cut it to 1 there if it was 2. Dee's going to just try and draw around, see if she can add the weight that she was short the last time. Yeah, just got one in back. All right, Mary's going to try the backhand again. Not sure if she's trying to draw or if she's just, just hoping to get something out of it, just to see if she could draw or push her own up. Looks like she's trying to draw, just coming all the way around. Pretty good effort here. Nice ball. That's a nice draw. Kathy's taking a look to see if she got shot out of it. Yeah, she did. All right, Dee's going to have a look. All right, Dee's had a good look at it. But, we're not going to get a look at it.
Can you see it from the other angle? From the other camera?
Dee's trying to slide under this ball. She's going to hit it. Hits her own, and it might open things up. And I think Mary, they said she was holding 1 in a measure, so I think she says it's definitely 1. Okay. She definitely drew shot with her last one. Well, we've got to be really delicate here, because they really would like to get on the board, having given up 9 points in the last 3 ends. Really would like to change it and get back to that really long length that they've been playing so well. With Mary with an absolute stunning draw last time. Just kind of, you don't want to give her an elbow. Don't ever give Dee an elbow. She will make you pay. Yeah, that's a good angle, boys.
Can't
Right.
get him to move.
Interesting what Dee is trying here. I'm not sure what her thinking is, but she's always thinking something. Coming with weight. See if she can hit ball on ball action here. She got one of the white ones in front. I think she was trying to hit weight and see if she can hit her own and pop that one out. That's what it looked like. Mary's got a delicate little draw here. If she wants to try and get a second, there's a world where she could try it on just on the forehand here and just try and come to the pink or nudge the white up. Wonder if she's just gonna, yeah, she's just picking it up. And she could have tried giving this a try and push this in or come to that pink ball, but I don't think she wanted to even give it a shot. So it should be one for the Southwest team. So they'll stop the run and make it South Central 11, Southwest 8 after 8 ends. To play 18 ends here, but there must be a winner. The South Central up 3. Okay, I think the Southwest looks like they're trying something a little bit different here. As South Central's been so close to them distance-wise, they've decided to pull the bat out a couple yards here this time, and they've gone a little shorter with the jack. So
Keep moving things around.
again, 2 or 3 yards. All right, here's Trisha's first again. Best way to win is just have your lead, get that first bowl in.
Lovely road, lovely start.
This looks really good. Just what the doctor ordered. Very nice. Position A there. No more than 2 feet behind and dead center. There's Kathy. Oh, got a piece of the jack going by, but just didn't catch enough of it. So still one for the Southwest team. But a good first bowl for Kathy there. All right, here's Trisha. Has to keep that good weight. Just slight adjustment on the line. Good bowl again. Would have loved to have slipped that one, but still a pretty good bowl there. All right, here's Kathy. Just wants to drop a little weight here. Just a little heavy. Yeah, I think she just wants her to like kind of just add a yard and tighten it down a little bit. All right, yeah, she accomplished it. That's pretty good. I think that's useful to keep those 2 bowls kind of marked. Kathy needs to drop just a little bit here. Just from where Dee's foot is, maybe just a yard, 4 feet, something like that. Trying to match that front bowl there. That's pretty good, not far away. Yeah, that's well done. Well done by Kathy, great bowl there. Yeah, now Trisha can play a nice jack or bowl shot, free the swing, same weight as the last, and see if she can hit that bowl and push it out. She could sit that bowl for 3. Just missed. It finished in a good spot, not too bad there. And Dee really wants Kathy to get another one in there and just try and do the same thing. It's kind of lonely. Yeah, another good ball by Kathy. Well done, Kathy. Great bowling. Getting 1 in is good. Getting 2 in is much, much better. This has got the makings of an interesting head here. Pretty good lead play. Got 2 on the jack and 2 in the back for both ladies. All right, Mary's going to opt for playing this. Most of the ladies have been playing this the clubhouse hand, which is a little wider, which is the backhand for them. They seem to be kind of stressing that way. Just they need to make sure that they account for the jack movement that happened after that first bowl of Kathy's. Oh, man. Nice try by Mary. Trying to pick up the jack and drag it back over to the white bowls of Trisha's over there. You can probably see, I was going to say, probably see D go the other way now. Try and see if she can get to the jack and just kind of trying to draw to here and see if she can pick up the jack and just sit it to here. Yeah, it's just come up a little short. I don't think it's going to change anything for Mary. She's really trying to hit this here if she can, or ideally hit the jack clean and carry it over to here. Just a little high. Yeah, that was kind of like some people in the park here, just a little high. All right, Dee's going to try again. I think she just wants to, again, just kind of slide under this and just kind of pick up the jack. Or even if she comes to this pile and make it 3, those are all good wins for her. Just underneath it, not too much. Yeah, not too bad. Gives her another one back there, another friendly. So Mary's been trying that hand, and there's a case to be made for coming here and just coming to the pile and sitting on it, or just blasting and get rid of those 2. She's opting for the to stick with this. Again, she could be, you know, kind of a little. She can do the draw on that hand too, or she can be through with a couple of yards and maybe either get the combo and get one or both of those out, or drag the jack back here. Let's see what she's got here. This is trying really hard. She's very close. Look at that. There it is. What a shot. Great bowl. Great bowl, Mary Spies. To take 1.
See the replay.
Yeah, now we need the replay. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Yeah, Dee's asking, I think, about the
What if there's another way to
asking about the back.
support it anyway?
So I think Dee would love to just kind of knife this out of here, but the problem is the jack is likely going to move in this direction, and that's all 3 of the southwest over here. And even the T looks like it's the southwest as well. So she's opting to try and just draw it off. Didn't miss by much. All right, now what are you going to do for an encore, Mary? Well, she could be greedy and try and move this and make this shot herself. But I think more likely she's just going to try and draw to the pinks here, take a little pace off and just try and draw to that inside pink bowl. And not a bad position, kind of keeping it honest in case Dee gets a little frisky, and there was a little rectangle there of doom, but I don't see it likely going in there. But all right, here's Dee's last, trying to see if she can knife that gray one out of there. Unless she gets some kind of rebound off that ball. Nope. Okay, so it's going to be one more for the southwest, closing the gap at the halfway point. South Central 11, Southwest 9. After 9 ends, playing 18 ends. The winner is the 2025 Women's Pairs National Champion for Bowls USA. Looks like the Southwest is going to try that same kind of distance again there. This is definitely a change in plans for what they have been doing, where they had been keeping it kind of close to the tee. Now they're pulling it out a couple meters and kind of going not quite all the way. They're definitely keeping it down to the, or at least attempting to keep it down to like a 3 meters, but this one's a little closer to the tee, I think.
For that end.
We'll switch the camera over in a minute.
AD to B.
I think it's like, it seemed like she stepped off about a yard, 4 feet from the tee.
Can't be.
Cam 2 is
7.
All right, here's Trisha's first. Been a good match.
8. That's definitely 8D to B.
I have AD to B.
Yeah, just way too short there on the first one. We're working on our cameras here, sorry. We'll get it to you, but Trisha's about at least 3 yards short with her first.
I'm sorry, try 710F.
It's this camera. Oh yeah, 7 1.
Yeah, there's a better effort there. About jack high for Kathy. Trisha needs to add multiple yards here. Trying very hard with this one. Just slides by the jack, puts it in a great position there.
Yeah, tilt it down.
I'm looking at a ball thinking it's the big jack.
Yeah. There we go. Thanks, guys.
Getting tired.
I know everybody's getting a little punchy. Hey, her in the booth. Well, it's been a long few days, not to mention the weeks, months leading up to it, trying to get all this equipment right. You guys have no idea of all the stuff that has gone wrong. Yet these guys have been able to patch it up. I think there's still some chicken wire and gum around, keeping it up and running. All right, Kathy was a little far through. Trisha, see if she can duplicate her second and get a nice solid one in. Let's come all the way in here. Get around behind. So Mary just wishing it in. Kathy's probably going to just stick on this backhand and just trying to attack that bowl. Jack or bowl there and trying to get it through. Well around the front one, no problem. And then just getting it in and turning it, staying positive. It's very close here. Yeah, well done. Very nice, Kathy. Great bowl to take shot. Just needs to make sure she gets this all the way through. She can essentially jack her bowl, preferably the jack here with the way it's laying, so that she can get the jack and just kind of pull it to her back one. And it's a good try. Yeah, that's a good bowl. Pretty useful there. And just trying to do it again. These. Sure, if these wanting a bowl up there in front to try and keep her from getting a jack or bowl angle. I think I'd rather see her play it all the way around if we're going to do that. But, she might have been giving her line. Let's see what Kathy does. Just another draw, pretty close. Oh, that's a good bowl there. I know the guys have been here in the booth have been working on the cameras. It's just, you know, we set things up and then they got to have a little time to see if things are working. And I went in to check on who's playing and who we're watching and all that. And I asked Steve, our camera guy, said, how are the cameras? And he said, they're good enough. Emphasis on the pause. That's the funniest thing I've heard all week. All right, here's Mary. I think Mary's probably just going to try a jack or bowl shot and just on the forehand, just make sure she's nice and positive. See if she can drag that. Specifically, the jack would be even better I mean, you'd say jacker bowl and that'd be okay, and she'd probably end up getting shot. But man, getting the jack would be great here. And it's just kind of gives herself another back ball. Again, this is why it's kind of useful to play a jacker bowl shot and not real heavy, is because then you keep it on the green, which is now she's got another one behind. I think Dee's probably gonna try and promote her own. What could be wrong? Let's see. Yeah, she's interesting choice. She's going to the forehand. I wonder if she's just trying to get in her way. I mean, it almost like it was intentionally short. So Mary is trying to come around here and get it through and see if she can. If she hits this bowl, then it should stay and she'll have shot. If she comes through and hits the jack, then she can drag it back in here for 2. Not far away. Maybe even a little edge. Okay, nice try. And see, now it sets it up so if she hits the jack here, now it's 3. Let's see what Dee tries here. I mean, she doesn't want to leave anything in her way that she can use anyways. And just kind of hit it her own, and I don't know if anything's particularly in stopping Mary. It looks like she's intentionally trying to block her, but it wouldn't be terrible to put one around here in the back in case Mary does hit it. Very, very close here. Oh, it just doesn't have the pace. I think that was the road. Just needed another yard, maybe 2. That would have been perfect. There's D. Just might be trying to draw another one. A little touch on the pink might put it in. Didn't miss by much. That looked like more of an attempt at another draw there. She's trying to check what the score is. It's 1 or 2. Mary wasn't sure. She wants Trish to give her the Iggy here. One and a measure, I think. That was the indication. Man, Mary was a wizard in the last game at shots like this. I don't think she missed one, especially, give her 2 tries and she was getting it. But she could have put one in the bank to pull it out now. Would be a good time for it. She's got a 3 just sitting there waiting for her. Oh, this is going to be narrow. All right, well, Dee's got one more. So with it being 1 and a measure, she doesn't want to make her shot for her. It wouldn't be a bad idea to just kind of hug these white balls, and if she just managed to squeak one in, that'd be okay. You really don't want to hit the jack here. Just coming up to it. That's really nice by D. Nice try there. All right, they're going to try and figure out what the score is. They took 2 out, and maybe it was. Now they're going to measure. So South Central will step it out a little bit here after giving up the last 2 ends. Really, I think the key end right now is that 6th end where the South Central got 6. That's really been the difference in this match so far. And Mary just could not cut it down. She just kept trying and just could not do it. Just kind of kept sailing through the head. She had room to draw and just really couldn't do it. All right, it's 2 for South Central, so they'll go up 13-9 after 10. 8 ends to go, and a 4-point lead for them. Still plenty of time for the Southwest team to come back. Both teams have won 5 ends. Just that little mini run in 5, 6, and 7. South Central got 9 points, and it's been really the difference. They weathered the storm of giving up a 4 in the first end.
Yeah,
All right, looks like they're going a little shorter this time. At least they're lined up for it. Significantly shorter than what we've been playing. So this will be new. We haven't had a lot of short ones. All right. Again, you really want to get there first if you can. Here's Kathy's first. Pretty solid, not too bad. Maybe 5 feet through. All right, Trisha's first one. Not bad, about a yard through. That's what you want. It's a good opener. Just want to try and come back from that. There's Kathy. It's going to make it all the way. Really good there. Oh, nearly all the way behind. Pretty darn close. And a toucher. I don't know if D saw it. She would have looked away when it fell over. Here's Trisha. Okay, D said it could. I think actually Mary told her it was a toucher. He might have just looked away for a second. All right, here's Trisha trying to come all the way up and into it. Oh, great effort. Huh. Unlucky. Solid second, but just kind of turned that one over into position A right behind. There's Kathy just looking for a second here. Preferably playing it through that second shot of Trisha's. Trying to get through that bowl would be good. Wow, really nice by Kathy. That's really good.
what do you want to do? What do you want to try? I don't mind you just drawing. You're just drawing to here. Or you can do it on the other side. You're drawing to here. This side's probably a little better. Jack or bull.
All right. Mary let Trisha have her choice, and I think Trisha was open to ideas, so she's just going to try a jack or roll shot here per Mary's request on the forehand, a little narrower hand. I think that's the issue with trying to switch her hand, is that she's, hopefully this gives her an idea of what she's trying to do, so that's again a good shot. I think Kathy just really wants to keep on putting 3 in a line here. She's got 2 really nicely done. Trying to get it around behind and can play it through Trisha's or even find that little triangle there on the right. This could be good if it gets in between them. Yeah, that's really well done. That's great. Just great bowling there. There's just this triangle of white here, where if they hit the jack and put it into it, then they'd have 3 or 4. But now that pink one kind of blocks that up. Trisha's going to give it a try on that hand. Oh, just turned her own over. So really good bowling there by Kathy Slezer. Just a very tiny profile to try and get to. They've got a 4-point lead. 8 ends to go. All right, here's Dee McSparran. She looks like she's going to try the same kind of thing and just kind of try and draw to that. Draw to that one bowl of Trisha's. Just trying to use it. A little short here. So if you're just joining us, want to know the results. So men's singles was won by Charlie Herbert, his 7th national championship in men's singles in a row, and he was 7-0 in doing it. The women's singles was won by Ann Nunes. She went 7-0, winning today. And then the men's pairs was won by Ruz Adayi and Sadri Jazayeri. They went 7-0, so it's been so far a clean sweep for the Southwest Division. And Mary Speece and Trisha Quan are trying to get a 4th one. Well, Dee and Kathy Slezer are trying to keep them from it. Both these ladies in the round robin went 6-1. So it necessitated this playoff match for all the marbles. This will be 18 ends. There must be a winner. So Dee a little short with her first. Mary was kind of attacking with her first. I think Dee doesn't want any jack movement here. Oh no. That was set up really nicely, but she moved the jack, so she's holding 3, but a lot of room now for Mary to draw. Not exactly, I think, what Dee was wanting. Yeah, Dee's a little heavy, or rather, Mary's a little heavy here. So Dee's holding 3 now, but wants to get kind of back on the draw because there's nothing particularly close. Looks like a pretty good bowl by Dee. Wow, this is really nice. Oh, well done. A little toucher action. Now it's 4. Mary does have a lot of room to draw, and she really needs to get one in here. She does have a lot of room, even to get shot. Anything within 2.5 feet will get her shot. At the very least, you want to try and get it within a yard so she can cut it to 1. Good time to be a hero, not a superhero. Just try and make sure you get one in. Try and get it within a yard. Cut it down. I think she's done it with that one. That should do it. That should cut it to 1 at the very least. Kathy's going to have a look to see if she got shot out of it. Yep, she did. Nice bowl, Mary. Dee's got an interesting choice. She could take it out if she wanted to. I wouldn't put it past Dee, but I think Dee's just gonna try and draw another one. Just try and take a little pace off her last. Sometimes Dee's feeling a little frisky and she'd just like take that ball right out. I think it'd be a little different if it was the last ball. If she had the last ball, I think she might have a go at it, try and get 4 or 5 out of it. All right, Mary is holding 1. Now she just got to do it again and preferably not move the jack so she can get 2. Just trying to stick with the same hand, not make a lot of change, especially with the weight. Big draw. Really want to get these free throws if you can. This looks really good. Probably did it. And Kathy's just going to do her due diligence and make sure that it is 2. 2 it is. Well done by Mary Speece. A little unfortunate for Dee there. So cut into the lead. And South Central 13, Southwest 11. After 11, with 7 ends to go. Be curious to see if they're going to do something different with the length. We'll see. All right. Let's see what we got here. I think the Southwest again have pulled the mat up a little bit. And yeah. I think it's maybe a yard past the tee.
Why do we have the wrong camera there again?
All right, here's Trisha's first. Really want to get her all the way down and up to it, all the way down and up to it. She's got to get a little bit better with that first bowl. Just really crushing when you come up 3 yards short with your first one. You'll pay for that. Here's Kathy's first. Yeah, she's got pretty good weight there. That's kind of the weight you want. She just kind of missed her line.
No, D, don't stand in front of the camera.
This is better by Trisha. This is much, much, much better here. Yeah, that's real good there. Very nice. That's where you want her first bowl to be. Maybe 2 feet through. At most a yard. Let's see if Kathy can match it. Her weight was pretty good. Just needed a little more grass. She might have just taken a little too much of both. I just want Trish to just kind of do it again. I think Kathy or Mary said just do it again. Sliding past her own and getting in there, no shorter. And again, took a little too much weight off. Didn't need to take any weight off at all, really. All right, see. Kathy's due for a good one here. Pretty good. She's just struggling a little bit with her line. And her weight's been pretty good, but she's just struggling a bit with her line. Whereas Trisha's had a really good line and pretty consistently with the line. Just been a little struggling with her weight, a little too many short ones. All right, here it comes. Again, looks like another really good line. This is a great bowl here. Yeah, real nice there. There it is. Crowd appreciates it too, as they should. Let's see if Kathy can put it together with the fourth one here. Let's get all the way up in there. All the way. Had the road. Finally had the road and just left a little off the... Left a little meat off the bone there. All right, that crossover looks like the Southwest holding 2. Down 2 in this match. Sure, we'll probably see Mary at least sticking with that same hand. Playing on her forehand again, the clubhouse hand. Looks pretty good here. Wow, what a bowl by Mary Spees. Absolute stunner there. Absolute stunner. And T's going to come on the backhand. I wonder if she's just trying to power through everything and see if she can get a piece of this. Yeah, it looks pretty weighty. She might get that one. Just missed. Might be hard for Mary to not want to do it again. She's kind of minor danger in the back, but I don't know if it's enough to set her off trying to do another bowl like she just did. Oh, don't take any pace off it. Didn't need to take any pace off it. Might have pushed that one. Might have pushed it enough and might have got even a little blocker out of it, unintentionally. He's going to try and, I think she's going to go back. She can either, I think she's probably going to come through here. I don't know if she's going to try and come around. Yeah, it looks like she's coming through with weight, trying to come up the middle here. Just kind of turned that one over. Might have moved it enough to get it out of the count. But now she's, so all these are the Southwest here. This is the lone South Central Bowl in the immediate area, so I think Mary's just going to try and draw again. Just wants to get to that first white one is okay. Yeah, that's really nice. That should be in the count as well. Always setting up for a big number, and Dee's just kind of stabbing at it, and she's got to worry about only having this one bull in the head. She doesn't want to get rid of it, so she's kind of trying a nice controlled weight. I think she's trying to shoot that gap there, right in here, I think, to get to it. I got that one in the front. Well, give her another one in the mix, so that's not terrible. She might have cut it down a bit. Thought that was a 3 and a measure mark indication from Tricia. No, they're having a conversation because they don't want to give them any help. Don't want to hit either one of these bulls here. And you got with one on either side away, you don't really want to do their shot for them. All right, now she's nice and high here. This might work out really well. Look at this. Look at that. What a shot. Play the bank. Again, there's one of those elbows that you can make use of. Now it could be 4+. It's a tight little cluster that D could get a piece of. And it's probably the best bet. There's really not a draw lane, but she just, there we go, coming with weight. Might split these two. Oh, man. That was a great shot, but just, oh, that's unlucky for D. Wow. Just trying to put it in that pocket between those two bulls in front, which she succeeded to not get rid of them. And then she barely got any result at all. All she did was just turn the side bull over once. So this is going to be a really big number here for the Southwest. It's going to give them the lead. A big turning point. Really unlucky. I mean, they set up the head nice. The Southwest set up the head nice. Got a lot of bulls in the head. Got in good position. And D just could not get into there to try and take it out or change the head with multiple tries, and not bad tries either. It just, even the last one was really well done. She just got 0 result out of it. And that's bulls sometimes. But a lot of it was geared on a lot of the bulls being put in the head by the Southwest team. Starting with Tricia and then a couple from Mary, and just really great position. So I think they've called the measure. So this measure brought to you by Aero Bowls USA. Aero Bowls USA, same line every time. Thank you very much for the use of your tent here this week, as well as for the entire season. Thank you to Aero Bowls USA. And by the World Bowl Series.
Bowls USA is now part of the World Bowl Series for the first time. So thank you to the World Bowls and the World Bowl Series. Oh, are we doing the triple? And by Bowls USA. Bowls USA is happy to bring you this broadcast this week. And God willing, the U.S. Open in a couple weeks. But that's a discussion for a future time. We're getting a lot of good comments and positive comments that people come up to me and I'll say in front of Gary and Steve here, I give them credit all the time. I can't sit here and give you broadcast and do the commentary unless I have good work from the cameras and for the producer and from these two guys. So, and they were, I just show up and just blab my gums. And these guys are working for weeks and months in advance to try and get equipment ready, and then usually something goes wrong almost every day, and they fix it. And you don't even know the difference on your side. So big thanks to them. I deserve all the credit. So let's see. 6. Holy macaroni. They just got that 6 right back. So a touchdown for Spieth and Quan. And now they leapfrog back over the South Central team. 17-13 with 6 to go. I don't blame Dee for trying to stab at that head, but there were a lot of holes in it, but not a lot of activity that you could get into with the draw. So just, I think, if anything, it was, if she could have hit the target with like her second or third, it would have helped. But c'est la vie. So the Southwest, just like that, 8 points in 2 ends, take a 4-point deficit and turn it into a 4-point lead. Oh, pretty incredible. I'm going to go on a limb and say they're going to go the same distance. So 8 points for the Southwest in the last 2 ends, and outscoring South Central 10-2 over the last 5 ends. So an 11-7 4-point lead for South Central is now turned into a 17-13 deficit. Still a lot of good bowling left to come. 6 more ends. Well, Tricia tried to go along with it and put the jack in the ditch. It's the first jack I think I've seen her miss. And let's see if South Central is going to do anything significantly differently. First, Kathy with the mat. She's pulling it out. Not much, maybe at most a yard. And instead of going to the tee or thereabouts, again, trying to go into this kind of mid-length, and with the mat up, it's probably more like a short middle length, short medium length rather. So that's for those of you who are new to the sport, and if the team that scores gets the mat and rolls the jack, but if they happen to throw an illegal jack, then the opponents get their chance to place the mat and roll the jack. But the team that scored first still goes first. So that's what has just happened here. So Tricia will now roll her first bowl. All right. Again, really like to see. I mean, that's been the big difference when Southwest has been able to, get Tricia to get bowls in the head very close. It's really driven this match. And they've been struggling when she comes up short with the first couple. I think that's been a prevailing trend here. And she starts off pretty solidly, maybe 2.5 feet behind. See if Kathy can get there a little closer first. Yeah, just a little offline. Kathy's still been struggling with her line. That's been the one upside for Tricia. She just has not missed the stripe very much. All right, here's Tricia again. Seeing if she can just keep the same weight. Really don't want to try and drop anything. Not very much. Yeah, that's a really good adjustment there. Really good adjustment. You really didn't want to take off more than a yard. I mean, a yard is okay, which is what you did, but not more than that. So she succeeded. That's well done. When Kathy's got a chance for jack or ball shot, she could be nice and positive, play it through.
don't know. It's just kind of floating it around. I mean, I don't mind the weight. Just kind of missed her line a bit. And Tricia, she could do either one. Get between. She's probably going to try and match her. Again, no shorter than the last one that she threw. And she'd be okay with doing one right between the two, weight-wise. Yeah, another really good bowl by Tricia. Really good weight. Now, Kathy could play either hand she wants to try and do this jack or bull shot in case to be made for playing the other hand, but playing this hand twice. Just really wants to get a piece of it. Just make sure, keep playing that yard, 2 yards through, but just make sure you get a piece coming through. Yeah, she's out there for a draw, and she is not far away. Oh, just a little short. Yeah, Mary's going to opt for having Tricia play a position bowl. Now, this is the one thing that impressed me with Tricia, and it's just kind of been in the last couple of games. If you had like a line, that's kind of like the center, and you just see how many bowls Tricia is getting in this little, just in the stripe. I mean, this is not very wide here, and she's able to get multiple bowls in the stripe. And partly is because she's been able to play that hand consistently. She's been able to succeed doing that. When you play the other hand, it's like, you know what you're going to get. And you get what you get, Skipper. So she put one in the back, which will kind of keep D honest. Pretty sure Southwest is holding 2 here. Kathy's got a good opportunity. She could just add like a yard to her last, and that'll probably be a really good bowl. Yeah, just added the weight well, but just didn't keep on the line. I mean, I think both skips have been pretty equal. They both had, I mean, they both given up 6s, but both the same way. Kind of just trying weighty shots after their opponent filled in a lot of bowls in the head, and then they just kind of found the holes. Had great efforts, but just missing. So that's been kind of equal. They both had great turning overs of the head. It's been some pretty good bowls to watch. All right, here's Mary. She's going to go on her forehand, this kind of narrow hand. I think it's just a draw, just kind of being gentle. If anything, touching on the outside bowl. No jack movement here. Oof. Good home for it, but man, you really don't want to be heavy and narrow. I've been saying it all week. Don't be heavy and narrow, and she nearly paid for it there. If she would have hit the jack, she could have been 2 down easily. I mean, if you want to bowl over on this side here, you should have played this hand. That's safe. Dee's probably trying the same shot. Just trying to hit the one in front. That'll work. And into the jack. Might have shot. Pretty good result. She had that she could hit, or she could have come through here to her 2 bowls. Either one of those would work with the weight she had. Tricia's taking a look. She says they're still holding. Here's kind of I mean, what's D going to do? D's probably going to try this again. She's got these. She could hit this bowl or get the jack, and she's got these as a catcher. Just gentle, just like a yard over. So then, knowing she's going to do that, what are you going to do? I think Mary's just going to try and see if she can draw one. Just inside the orange is good. You don't want any jack moving here. Hitting the bowl is all right. Wow, that's really well done there, too. Whew. Whew. I don't know if that's what she was trying, but man, I mean, if you're feeling like you can do that, great, but that just makes me all kinds of nervous. Dee's just like wasting no time. She just wants to attack that bowl. Yep, she managed to get the ricochet and hit it and get shot. Again, Dee knew it just couldn't stay, and so she just needed to get some action. Yeah, just a little more, Steve, buddy. To the right. Just make that jack about a quarter of the way over. If you can, sir. Yeah, just a little heavy there by Mary. All right. D's holding probably 2 here for the South Central and just pretty free draw here. Just wants to have good weight and get it in there. And don't want any jack movement. You like right where it is. Yeah, it's a good bull. Really good position. Hopefully she didn't push it closer to the gray in the back. That's what Trisha's trying to see. I mean, Mary, now the South Central after that bull's got a very solid one. Just a question whether it's more than that. Didn't get a good look from what Trisha had indicated. She was kind of, I didn't want to be stealing signs here. So I mean, if it's 2 down, she really needs to draw a second shot. If she's 1 down, then she could be aggressive at it. I'm just trying to rest it and replace it. She's stalking it. Well, don't hit the pinky. Well, now it's 2. Now there's no question it's 2. Dee's got her last bowl. She could make it 3 without too much difficulty here. Just anything within 5 feet is a free throw. Dee does not miss many of these. Yeah. Yep. She makes the free throw there. So 3 for the South Central. Closing the gap. 17-16 now. 5 ends to go. Yeah, don't give Dee McSparran a free throw. She's Stephen Curry from the free throw line here. I don't remember the last decade Dee missed a free throw. All right. Kathy pulled them out up a couple yards and kind of, again, kind of on the short side. I think they're giving a little eyeball to see if the length's okay here. Just wanted to give it an eyeball, so it's about 7 feet. So this is on the shorter side, though. All right, let's see which one of these leads get there first. She's going to make it all the way here. Nice ball by Kathy. Great start there. Really well done. You can see how it just immediately puts pressure on the other team when you get a ball in really close. So it's nearly a front toucher. Can't be more than a couple inches away. And the main thing is if you're down to this, you don't want to be afraid of, you got to be playing up and through. Even if you don't get shot, to be up and through to give yourself a chance, because a front toucher especially, it's going to go behind. It's not going to come forward by any stretch of the imagination. It's always going to go back. So better to be a couple yards through. Even Kathy now, it's okay to be a yard through here because that jack's going to go back if anybody hits it. And both Mary and Dee can whack this thing if needed. And just kind of the same kind of weight, just kind of missed her line. Trisha really wants to play through both, either her bowl or the other bowl. Got to add at least a healthy yard, probably more like 2 here. Even though she didn't hit anything, that's a better position there. Even though you could look at it and go, well, it's 3 yards through. It's like, yeah, but you need one there. Kathy would do well to match it or kind of get between the jack and that last bowl. Something like that would be pretty good for her. Yeah, it looks like that's what she's done here. Yeah, that's pretty good position. So it's still just the one. All right, you're just going to try it again. Stand on this hand. Just trying to maybe get between the two and wait would probably be good. Just drop a little weight for the last one. But make sure you stay positive. I think she missed her line. Yeah, just kind of put it in the back. It's okay. But if anything, she wanted to be narrower, not wider, so she could come through the head with the weight and try and hit that bull or the jack. Get a little action. There's Kathy. Again, really trying to get behind again. And push on her own. Or just going to sit on there. Yeah. And you can see Mary's signals, which I think is the right call there, is to play through those two bulls. So it's keep the same weight probably even as the last one and just narrow it down. Come through those two bulls. Just get around and in. Get around and in. Pretty good effort. Not too bad there.
Frozen.
Did we lose the whole thing or just the camera?
I don't know.
All right. The gremlins are at it again.
Just the camera.
We have our one camera that just kind of froze. I'll do my best to do the radio bit. So Dee's on the mat, so it just she's holding one with a near front toucher. Well, Southwest is second and third, one just behind, the other one a couple feet in front. Dee's trying to go cross head into the back bowl, and she's done it. That's well done there. Great control, great bowl by Dee. Kind of replacing that near back bowl that the Southwest had to hold two. He's just kind of sizing up, wondering to. I think her plan is to try and come forehand again, just what she was calling for Tricia. She's maybe thinking, yeah, I think she was thinking about coming the other way, but I think she's better off what she's planning of coming on the forehand and trying to come through those bowls. Might be a little high here. Didn't quite get it. All right, Dee is holding a couple. Probably just going to be on the draw and just float it around behind that bowl there. The other alternative is to come all the way in the back if she wanted. There's some danger there. She really, just a gentle touch on this bowl to the jack would be okay. And it just kind of lifted it up. Not too bad there. Setting up kind of interesting. So now she moved it a little, so she's going to try and come this way. And the Southwest has everything here, and the South Central has everything here. Mary trying to come with weight, just missed. I think she lost her bowl. She hit another bowl and kind of knocked hers out. All right, Dee does. She's 3 down in the back, so she might think about. I mean, she does have 2 bowls, so she can add another one or put one in the back. She's opting to just add another, maybe get a little drag on the jack and tuck it away, not too far. Yeah, it's really well done by Dee. Not sure what the count is, but probably 3.
She did kind of push it towards that white bull. Mary might be just trying to hear what they're saying. All right. I think she's trying to hit that bull there. Trying to free it. And a little bit more on the draw this time. Just trying to kind of peel it off and see if she can get around here. Didn't miss it by much. Two right now for South Central. You can see D trying to come around the white and to this white and kind of rest it out. And you can see all the other balls that are South Central. That would be a pretty good shot for her. I don't think this is going to get there. Might be in Mary's way, but Mary can really get to it from either hand if she feels that one's in her way. And again, there's everything from here on back is southwest, and they've got 3 back there if she decides to hit the bull and manage to get the jack all the way back. So she's going to try the backhand. I don't know if she's on the draw or the drive. Let's see when it lets go. Kind of weighty. It's kind of leaking away. Yeah. She needed a little more pace with that line that she had. So, based on what they were saying, it was 2. So there's 2 out, and they're going to try and measure a third. Two it is. So South Central leapfrogs the Southwest to retake the lead, 18-17 after 14 ends. 4 more ends to go to decide the women's pairs national champion for Bowls USA in 2025. Both teams have won 7 ends. Again, congratulations to our other champions that have already been crowned. Men's singles, Charlie Herbert. Women's singles, Ann Nunez. Men's pairs, Ruz Adayi and Sadri Jazieri. Congratulations to all. And all 3 going undefeated in the round robin. 3 wins for the Southwest Division. And here the Southwest team of Mary Spees and Trisha Quan are trying to make it a sweep, while South Central, Dee McSparran, and Kathy Slezer are trying to keep that from happening. All right. 4 more ends to go, 16 bulls each. They're checking the length again here. And just double checking. I think Kathy and Dee have been, everybody, you get a chance to ask. I don't think it's been that close. At least a couple yards, but it's worth a look. Probably looks maybe shorter than it is. So, all right, here's Kathy's first one. It's wow, probably like 4 yards through there. At least 3, maybe 3.5. So a lot of room for Trisha. Good opener here. Really nice bull. Position A, right behind it. No more than a foot away. There's Kathy. Oh, great bowl. Just a little unlucky, but a great bowl. Very solid second. All right, here's Trisha's second. Again, really want to make sure she doesn't go any shorter. Try not to get distracted by the car alarms going off. People have difficulty knowing how to park around here. And not bad there. Nothing wrong with this. She actually had a little tickle on the jack as she went by. Interesting to see which Kathy does. There's Casey made for switching hands, but I think she's going to stick with going on the backhand here. Yeah, just something behind is good. Give something for D to work with. All right, Trisha's going to switch over. Mary's switching her over. I think just trying to play through, make sure she comes to the outside, play like a yard of weight, and just trying to come through Kathy's second shot. Yeah, just a little too heavy, I think, for that shot. I think she's pretty close to the center line, but just she's back about a healthy 4 yards, so. All right, Kathy's last. Just sitting right behind there would be pretty good. Yeah, it's a little heavier than I think she wanted. I think we'd be better off just being like a couple feet behind or a yard. Trisha's going to try again, I think, just trying to maybe tighten it down a little and just try and come through the pink bowl sitting there. Really wants to try and come around to get to this bowl and push it out and then sit for two. Just a little high. Yeah, pretty good, and it finished in a good home. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's why Mary was wanting it too, is to try and take away this part here, get something over here, because this is staring like D's going to want to come this way into it to try and dislodge the bowl and maybe have the jack trickle out here, and they had everything here, so now that's kind of off. She could still try, but she doesn't have the better result that she could have had. I could see D trying to crack the 8 coming this way, but that's what she was calling Kathy to do. But I think the forehand's a little bit better for her. Yeah, that's what she's trying. And doesn't want to do much, just, you're just thinking this kind of weight, just a couple feet through. Make sure you're through, but then just turn that bowl out and sit for two. Trying really hard here. Yeah, see, and with that kind of weight, even though she's a little narrow, she grabs the jack and just kind of shoves it over. But you see what would happen if this bull wasn't here, then there's all of this that would be all South Central. So it was kind of good to have this bull here. It's keeping it to be 1 right now as opposed to 4 or 5. And now with it moved a little bit, the great shot by D. Now Mary's probably just going to do the open draw on this hand, which is the hand they've been favoring anyways. The main thing you want to do when is to make sure that you move, because the jack's moved over, is to make sure that you move your line over. A nice bowl by Mary. Really well done there to make it 2. Great shot. You need those coming down the stretch. D will probably follow her down. It's good to go back to green. Yeah. D's going to follow her down probably. She's got all these right here. She's going to either hit the bull or the jack. Yeah, just a little narrow. But you can see the plan, and then because of the controlled weight, she's got a leather one in the catching zone. Let's see what Mary's going to do here. She could try it again and just kind of try and add another and hit her own. Really don't want to hit the jack. She could switch over and come into this spot here on the orange. That wouldn't be terrible.
She get another bowl in, I think, that way. But she's opting for the same hand. They've been favoring this hand. Just as she's going to make it all the way here. Just got a little piece of D's. D's going to try this hand, of course, again and try and come around. This is a no-brainer what she's trying. Just a little narrow again. Ooh, got a little rub and almost took advantage. I think Mary should give serious consideration to coming in this hand and just putting one right here. Yeah, that's what they're discussing right now. I mean, if you don't see that D's trying this, you really need to come here, I think. Yeah, that's what Mary's doing. And she's got one more after it. Pretty safe to come this way, too. Just needs to turn it a little bit. Yeah, kind of keep those two honest. I think ideally would have been here, but that's still a pretty good spot. Because here she could have been in the count and blocking those two, but that's not a bad spot. All right. He's going to try again on the jack or bowl shot here. Just wants to be about a yard through. Just kind of hanging out. Just couldn't seem to find the line over there. All right, Mary's got one more. Let's see what she's going to try. She really likes this, but it is the more dangerous hand is to play this. Yeah, she's going to stick with going the forehand. I think this is a good play personally because it's a lot safer there. She had good weight. She just needs to make this kind of adjustment with her line. Just from here to here, and she'll get shot. Or I should say another shot. Yeah, there it is. That's well done by Mary Spies. I think a good decision and a great shot. Great execution. Pretty safe there. And it's 3. And they'll retake the lead as they flip again. And it's Southwest 20, South Central 18. 3 ends left to go. And there must be a winner in this championship match. We've had a hell of a week in bringing these bowls. There's been a lot of great bowling here. I think we're getting a flyby by some parasailers. That's the sound I recognize. Sure what it sounds like. If you don't know what parasailing is, I invite you to Google it and look at the images. It's usually like a big old wide umbrella and these guys sit in what looks like a lawn chair with a giant fan behind them. You're never going to catch me in one of those. So they got a big throttle to give the engine going. So, all right, here we go. So Trisha's up maybe 2 yards from the tee, and based on that, the jack's about 5 yards up. So Trisha definitely wanted to know what the distance is, so she can make the calculation. So, hey, if I'm a skip, I'll give you whatever information you want as long as you can put them in the head. See if she makes it all the way down. I don't think so. Again, 2 yards short. Whatever that calculation is, it's not necessarily working all the time. So you'd be better off just making sure she's a yard behind. Wait for Mary to creatively lie to her. All right, here's Kathy. See if she can get in there first. Oh, is she going to slip by or promote? No, we got a nice little rub there. Fortunate bounce there. I don't think that was going to be very much online, but she got a nice little bounce. Again, this is one of the dangers of short bowls. They have a great tendency to help your opponents. Tricia trying to add a couple yards that she was short the last time. Now she's over adjusting. Again, this would have been better to be on the first one, and then she could have come back from it. So, Kathy's a foot away here. Just wants to kind of float around behind. Even if she hits her own is okay. Yeah, this is really good by Kathy. That's a nice bull there. That's well done. That one she earned for sure. All right, Tricia trying to get in there now. Trying to make the adjustment. Is she going to make it all the way? Tricia's trying. Going to make it all the way. Oh, just a bit short. Ken's still about a yard short there. All right, Kathy with, let's say, a fortunate rub on the first and a beautiful bull second. Coming again. Yeah, just kind of hung it out a little bit. Tricia's last really needs to get one around here. At the very least be reaching. Yeah, that's a pretty good bull there. Nothing wrong with that. About a yard behind. That'll be useful later. There's Kathy. Wouldn't it be bad for her to come all the way behind and come through everything? That's a pretty good bull again by Kathy. Just a little short. Man, that was tracking though. Another yard would have been primo. All right. Well, I think South Central's definitely holding 2, maybe 3. All right, here's Mary. She's going to try and come through those bulls. Yeah, just kind of didn't come through it. Let's see what Dee's going to do here. I don't think Dee's just going to probably try and come here and try and come through these bulls here. Yeah, and she comes. Yeah, that's pretty well done there. It's kind of a little push in, probably at least 3 now. Mary may have a go at this. She's coming on this hand, so I mean the only way to get shot is push this bull in or just really hammer those. Up for the nice positive weight here. See if she gets inside this one. Just kind of not bad. Kind of more like a chopped line. Just kind of got a piece of it. Still holding for the South Central here. D wants to be either push that gray bull through or come into orange and pink. So she either wants to come inside of this or to this. Almost. Oh, almost got it there. Let's see what. So you see everything here, and I think there's another You can't quite see it, but there's another bowl back in here that Trisha's got as well. So they've got the two best backs. So that's why I think it's likely that Mary will come in through. I mean, she'd love to draw if she could, but I think she's going to try and just plow everything. She could come from this hand too and get a piece of the head. Just really needs to kind of alter things. She can dislodge it from this like pocket here. I think that would be ideal. I mean, some of these, you just really need to kind of get rid of these bowls here somehow. And they have position back here. You could turn it into a draw contest. I think Mary just kind of tried to come up to it, and I mean, I think the come up to it, so to speak, weight is here to try and come through here. And that, I just think she's got to have a go. I don't know personally. I just don't see a lot of percentages in anything else at the moment.
Don't stand there.
Yeah, she's coming with some weight here. Just kind of went right around it. Yeah, I don't know. That just seems a little light to me. That's just 2 yards over, and I think if anything, she's just trying to tip this bull in with that kind of weight. And that's a battle you're going to get. I don't think you're going to be able to chop lay anything from that with this here, with that weight. And in the meantime, they've got these two here in the back, and then another one back in here for the Southwest. So D is just, if Dee's got the last bowl, so she doesn't have to really worry about the back. She could afford to just try and come on in and get the inside half of this bowl, or get any of her two. That's probably what she's going to try and do. Yep, just hitting that middle orange one. And just kind of nestled that one maybe out. So Mary's taking a look to see what it looks like. Again, with it being such a tight head. I mean, when you get a really tight head and not a lot is yours, and there's no draw to it, just think you're better off just trying to whack it. Yeah, I mean, there's these, she could go through the path to get to this pink bowl. If there's a draw, I don't know if she can draw in here, though. To get to that pink bowl, she could whack it to the orange and have it all go out. Again, this is when you have so many bowls in the head, it just makes it really difficult for your opponents. And there's just a massive amount of bowls there. I don't know what the count is, but it's just like it's all South Central in there. Big shot in this match here. And here we go. Yeah, that's pretty well done there. Not as good as she can do. She just kind of traded, but I really think she could have gone a lot harder if she wanted to. Just almost like went inside out. Yeah, it's still 3. And she essentially traded the bowl that was here for this bowl here. That was the exchange that she made. Because that bowl just traveled out here. I think she was trying to hit the inside and have it come in, but I think she just needed a lot more pace there. It is kind of keeping D from really doing anything, because this is kind of wedged in here. And 3 is a pretty good score for them, so D might just put it in her pocket. Yeah, she's decided to put it in her pocket, just take what she can get. And I don't think she could have, with that one wedged in there, she didn't think she could get anything better out of it. And I don't blame her. It's what it kind of looked like. So if things are being equal, it should be 3. It seemed like 3, or we...
No. 3.
We either get an indication from somebody that was 3, for sure. Okay. So now South Central is retaking the lead.
2 ends to go. Both teams have won 8 ends out of the 16, but it's South Central 21, Southwest 20. There must be a winner, and the winner is the national champion for 2025 women's pairs. All right. Again, the South Central has kind of gone to, just been kind of semi-streaky. I mean, it's just like 8 for one team, 9 for the other team, 8 for one team. 8-3, 7-2. Just, and lately, just trading haymakers. It's like Rocky Balboa and Apollo Creed just like swinging as hard as they can at each other. 3-2, 3. So 21-20 after 16 here. Kathy with a pretty good opener. Just a couple feet through. I think we have 120 people watching live now, which I think is a record for one of our broadcasts for the Southwest. We usually get a couple thousand that'll maybe watch at most after the fact, but at one time. So hope you're all enjoying this. We're down to the bits here, the last couple ends. So Tricia just very heavy with her first one. She's a healthy 4 or 5 yards through. Right, Kathy with 2 pretty good bowls. First one's maybe 2 feet through, second one about a foot short, just a little bit off on the line. Tricia needs to just kind of adjust her weight here a little. Well, actually a lot. She was 5 yards through, but man, this is really good here. That's a good adjustment there. No more than a foot in front and holding one. All right, here's Kathy. Had pretty good weight with her first 2. And pretty good weight again with her third. 3 really quality seconds, but Tricia's holding. Yeah, good position there by Tricia. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe 4 feet through with that one, but she really wanted to be behind. Dee's asking Kathy to come around. She's got her own that she could use too. Again, she probably has that elbow that she could make use of. And Gary walked away and I just broke all this stuff. Shh, our secret. Look at this by Kathy. Oh man, it just fell the wrong way. Nice effort. Now Tricia's going to have to switch over because of it. Really don't want to give a helper here. She probably could just play it around here again if she wanted, but Mary's want Tricia to switch. See if Tricia's going to make it all the way. Yeah, not a bad home there. Pretty solid there. All right. We've seen a lot of good matches this week. There's very few. I mean, we've had a couple blowouts that we happen to be witness to, but a lot of the matches have been close. This included, which I would expect. This could very well likely come to the last bowl here.
All right, D, I could see being a little positive here, and she could hit this bull, and this white could go out. It wouldn't shock me if she was trying something like that. She could just also just try and draw in. The main thing is don't be short, and she could add, you know, just a yard on here would be good. Yeah, she's going for the pop, and there it is. Yep. Yeah, that's what I figured she'd do. D's got no problem coming with weight. No problem at all. Probably made it 3 or 4. Yeah, I think it's just 3. Probably just 3. Just these kind of 3 in here. Yeah, there we go. These 3. Oh, somebody found their horn. How lovely. Mary's kind of eyeballing. Yeah, I think she's. I know what she's going to do is just trying to cut in here, I think. Cut some of this out. I think that's the inside of that ball. I mean, she does have a couple here if she comes through with weight and hits this ball for the jack to kind of trickle over. D's probably just trying to tuck it around, get to here. This isn't a bad spot either, kind of protecting against this area here in the corner. Yeah. My telestrator's been hiccuping, so I don't know if it's even coming through anymore. And Mary should really be trying to make sure she attacks on this, I think. Attacks that part of the head. Yeah, this is coming with some weight. She needs to get some of this. Might get 2 out here. Well, she got 1 out. It's 2 or 3 right now for the South Central. D's probably wanted to try and come. Now that she's got a decent position balls here on the left, she can just try and come through here. Yeah, that's a pretty good home there. Nice ball. Don't know if it quite made it into the count. It might be. Oh, Mary's running out of chances. Really needs to get something. Looks like she's coming kind of forceful again. Might be just trying to get inside that orange one. Just see if we can get second. Oh man, clean through everything. That's unlucky. D just wants to kind of slowly, I mean, the first one was that leftmost orange, then the next most orange, so I think she's just going to try and do something just a little bit inside that second one on the left. Just trying to just touch it. Just touch the jack, just a little draw. This isn't a bad home either. There's kind of like 4 in a pocket there in the back, so this is a decent little defense in case Mary tried to change something up. There is kind of was the 4 in the back there, but don't know if Mary was necessarily trying or thinking about it. So big shot here, last ball for Mary. Down at least a couple. Really trying to get a piece of this out of here. She's eyeballing it. Just turned away. Oh. So it's 2 for the South Central. Wow. Really wanted to try and cut it down to 1 if she could, but unsuccessful. So South Central will have a 3-point lead going to the last end. Southwest needs 3 or bust. This has been a heck of a match here. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage for this match and for all the week. This will be it for us, I think, for the year. I don't think we have anything else going in 2025. We'll be done here with regards to our Southwest group. There is potential that I might be. I think the current plan is that I'll be going solo and trying to run things at the U.S. Open, but I'll miss the team here in the Southwest more than you could possibly know. And that's the first week of November in Sun City, Arizona. All right, last end. Good time to have some good balls in the head. Kathy really stepped up her game with the first one there. And that last end, that was really kind of what was driving it. She was really tight to the jack there. All right. Be great. I think it'd be great for the South Central if they could get there first. The main thing, I mean, their main goal is don't give up a 3. 2 is in the budget for them, but no 3s. They should just always be keeping an eye on where Southwest can get 3. So the first goal is to try and make sure you're behind is all good. Nothing wrong with that. A couple of yards through. At least that takes care of the back now. And for Tricia and Mary, really need to try and get a little pocket, preferably on the jack if you can. And a pretty good start. All right, Kathy, kind of, this is not such a bad place to kind of like semi-spray them over the yard, so to speak. Kind of just taking away the pockets of 3 here, taking away a pocket 3 here. Usually, hopefully a bolt or 2 in each one of the pockets if you can. So right now they kind of need one on the jack. Yeah, weight was pretty good, just kind of missed her line. So Tricia needs to probably just drop a yard here would be good and put it right behind the jack. Try in here. Pretty good effort there, nothing wrong with that. Good ball. Maybe 2 feet. Holding 2, I think. Kathy really needs to get one in now. She's got the back covered and that one side. Really needs to get one in the head here. And just kind of comes short and narrow. Might force Trish on the other side. Trisha's third really wants to keep the weight that she's had for those first 2 and just use the different line. I think it's pretty good here. This looks really good right next to the other one. Yeah, really nice. Nice little pocket of 3 there. So that's the 3 they need. Kathy could be a heartbreaker by putting it in between the triangle there. I'd really start crushing dreams. Trying hard here. Really good ball by Kathy right when they needed it. Shot drawn. Great shot there by Kathy Slezer. That's the way you want to finish. I think just Mary doing a good job trying to keep Tricia focused. Make sure she just tries to do it again. Just try and stay in that zone. That's her last ball here. See, and just try and get the jack or the bull. She is not far off again. She could come right to the bull here. Got a little piece of the jack. That's well done. That's a good way of a finish for both of these ladies. They played very well in this tournament. You can't win a tournament like this with just one person. You have to, especially have to have really great lead play. So Tricia with a pickup on the jack has made it 2 for the Southwest, but they need 3, and they have to beat D. D's just going to try and get between the jacks and the bulls there. Not sparing any horses here. Just wants to get a piece of this head. Looks like she's, ooh, just kind of turned one over, but pushed it a little further away and got herself a nice little position bull in the back right. Still 2 for the Southwest. Big time here. Harry just wants to probably just come to those 2 white bulls on the left. Make sure you're all the way down. Don't want to do anything to the jack. Don't want to come across. Yeah, she's kind of short and narrow. She's not happy with that one. Our D's going to try the same thing. Probably just readjust, come a little further out. Just wants to get into a race to get to those 2 white bulls just behind on the left. D's got the added advantage of being able to hit the jack if she wants. D with a good bull here. This is really good. Oh, that's just an absolute dagger to the heart by D. McSparran. Cold-blooded. Just ice in the veins. All right, Mary Spies needs to do something here. She's got 2 bulls left, and now she's down 1. I think she's thinking probably just either push that bull out probably a yard through and hit the jack or the bull here. Yeah, she's not shy with this one. Just coming across and trying to hit the jack or the bull. It's going to be close. She's going to get the jack and chip it over right in the midst of all of Trisha's bulls. Beautiful bull. Unfortunately, there's 1 bull in the midst of all that. So you can't quite see it, yeah. So she made a great shot and put it right between all those 4 bulls that are white, but there's that one pink bull of Kathy's that's in the midst of it there. That's the one killing the dream right now for the Southwest. Dee doesn't want it to be removed. She doesn't want to take it out herself. Mary's going to come up and have a look, and I don't blame her. I think Dee would do well to just kind of try and put another one in the head. She could put one off to the back. She just kind of threw a little blank out there. I don't think that's really doing much. Do I have my telestrator? No, my telestrator's back. Okay, look out. So this is the bull that needs to go. It's probably frozen against this bull. So if that's the case, if she could come through with weight onto this bull, that bull will probably go. But she might lose this one as well. So it's probably weight into the 2 bulls that are pockets, probably into that white bull to get that pink one out of there. That pink cannot stay. That bull's got to go, even at the cost of one of their other bulls. Hopefully her other bull will follow in. Or it should be, I mean, if she plays it right, they should get 4 out of it. All right. So Mary's got 2 shots at this. Trying to say kind of that middle white bull with the pink one behind it. I think that's the target. That's what I'd be doing, trying to hit the white into the pink. And if she even loses the back white one, that's okay. But that pink one cannot stay. And it's just going to float behind. Mary's got one more try at it. So Dee, knowing what that's a plan, she's got a couple options. She could put another bull in the head to try and wedge it in there. Keep that one protected. Or she, I always say a block takes away 1 shot. Right now Mary's got 1 shot. So you could put in a block here to try and take that 1 shot away. I think Dee's just trying to get one into the mix. Gets a little piece of the head, it'd be good. All right, that's Dee's last bull. All right, so Trisha's summoning Mary. I think nothing's really changed. So I don't know if Trisha's that this is just kind of for, just to double check which one she's trying to hit. Just be sure.
The title rides on this shot. Dee's got to feel good about it. I mean, you got to make the connection and have things go right. You could see the way that Mary is kind of trying to get that, because I don't think there's any way to get. I mean, you could try the other hand and go drive, but I mean, man, I just don't see anything with the draw. And if you come the other way, you got those bowls in front that she's got to navigate to try and chip it out sideways clean. You're likely going to rebound to hit one of your own out. That's why I think the better play is the play she just did, just to try and do the cannon with the two bowls that are sitting next to each other. Hit the front into the gray, into the purple one, the pink one, and have it push all the way out. And then hopefully you can stay for 3 and maybe 4 if your own bowl sticks around. So here we go. This is it. Been a hell of a match with all these ladies. Comes down to this. She doesn't like it. Yeah. All right, so it's going to be 1 for the South Central. They'll win at 24-20 and take the national championships. Hell of an effort by Mary Speece and Trisha Quan. They're just, Dee and Kathy were just a bit too much. So another national championship for Dee. She's got multiple, and this will be another one for her trophy case. Great match by the ladies. So thank you all for watching. Everything from here, the national championships at Laguna Beach Lawn Bowling Club. Big thanks to our producer, Gary Barnes, cameraman, Steve Narmontes, our security staff, Sheila Conti, and Joe Narmontes, who left us alone to our own devices so they could set up the party tonight. And I've been your announcer, Scott Roberts. Hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll talk to you all in a couple weeks at the U.S. Open. Otherwise, have a good rest of the night, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.